Hi, I'm Neil. I'm from Group 1. I'm this week presenter about our group's tech demos. And for this week's tech demos, I would like to analyze six companies from S&P 500. And I picked two tech tech company, three biotech company, one is medical device, two is drug company, and the one is from technology company consultants. And I picked Adobe and Netflix for my tech company category. And the reason I really want to choose just a biotech company because I have just a biological science research background right now, and I'm always really interested in medical device and drug companies. And the medical devices and the drug company has really totally different kind of like market behavior based on what I know. And usually just a medical device just like is way more smaller than drug. Drug is more mature in biotech. But overall biotech companies probably just a really long term and really much com- comparatively mature than tech companies. So I really want to see if there's a differences between Adobe Netflix and Boston Scientific, Gilead Science, and Regeneral Pharmaceutical. I want to see if there's a difference on the indicator. And the one consultant companies, I want to just like trying to see this one because it seems like they have the good performance. And I pick PB ratios, P ratio, and PS ratio to my this week. I'm trying to just to do just studies to see if there's a difference behavioral differences on the market. The reason I choose these three indicators because probably because I'm academic guys. I want to just settle down. Just like this time, I want to only one. There's only one variable is difference. So these three indicators they all contain price components, and they only change one things just like in their formula. The PB ratios just like if there's a lower value in PB ratios, especially if below one means that investor feel like the investor will view this we can view this stock is undervalued. If higher, which means there is probably overvalue or just a really high promising based based on my understanding. And PE ratios is earning per share by market value. A high PE ratio suggests that investor will probably expecting higher earnings growth in the future. So I feel like probably tech company or just like the biotech company, they are really focusing on research state stage will probably have higher PE ratios. And PS ratios is sales per share by the market value. So this ratio doesn't take into account just like whether the company makes any earning or just like will make earning in the future. So let's see PB ratios first. Just like I say, the lower value means just like we can view just like this stock is undervalued. The higher means is kind of like higher overvalue. So we can see Adobe, Netflix, and Accenture is way more higher than the other three. Just like you said, just like here you can see Boston Scientific Corporation, Gilead, and Regeneral Pharmaceutical. They are actually just like around four, just like their ratios. But just like Adobe, Netflix, and Accenture, they are just like way more, just like six, just higher than six. It's just like significantly higher than the biotech. Adobe, Netflix, Accenture is also kind of a tech related industry. So I feel like probably just like the investor will be optimistic about just like tech industry always. And there's also a kind of like curve happening in the end of 2022, and I forgot what happened. Historical things happened at that time, and I'm also not familiar with American. Just like if there's any political things or just like market things happen at that time, I totally forgot. And as let's see PE ratios, we can see Boston Science is really way more higher than the other five. The other five, there's no significant difference around just like 2022 to 2023s we can see here. But in the beginning of the 2022, we can see just like Gilead and Regeneron Pharmaceutical is really low, and it's also really low right now. So actually, just like drug industry is really mature, so probably just like always remain the same. And I'm really surprising just like the Boston Science is really high and higher than tech company. Probably, just like I say, just like investor were expecting higher earning in the future if the higher P ratios happen. So because Boston Scientific Corporation, they are doing medical device, they are not drug industry, which is really mature right now. So probably just like the research team, just like the research project investor are really optimistic about them. Oh, okay. Let's see PS ratio. PS ratios means just how much investor are gonna pay per dollar of sales, and it doesn't. We can see just that Adobe is way more higher than even Netflix or Accenture. So I already just like view just like biotech company would be just like the lowest bar, but obviously just like Adobe's performance is way more high, just like higher than in PS ratio is higher than Netflix. So people just like investor will feel more optimistic about Adobe's. They want to pay more about Adobe's share. Probably, I know just as I mentioned, PS ratio doesn't take into account whether the company make any earning or just will ever make earnings. But based on my assumption, just like any information is intertwined with each others. So if you are want to willing to pay higher, just like per dollar of the sales, probably it just means that you have more confidence about just like this company will have higher earning right now or in the future. And we all know that Netflix, the market of the live streaming, the streaming show is actually really competitive right now. Adobe is actually just like in the industry that in the market that just like Adobe is just like really dominant in that small field. So probably the situation is totally different from Netflix. There's also one just like EPS, which is the PE ratio, but not it's PE rate. It's the PE ratio, but not dividing the market's value. So we can see there's a way more difference behavioral. Just like the plot is totally different from PE ratios. Right now, the highest one is a Regeneron pharmaceutical company because the drug industry is a mature industry, and with general they produce cardio and cancer drugs, which is definitely more profitable than Geely's company because they doing research and developing the drugs for virus, so which is not mature right now, relatively not mature, but just like the main focus on Regeneron pharmaceutical company, they always focus on mainly focusing on the cardio disease and cancer. Probably that is higher earning for the regional pharmaceutical companies. Okay, let's see the back testing for top 100 company, and I set the time range from 2022 January 1st to right now. So this is almost 2 years analysis, and obviously the whole just like the plots, they are really similar because just like they are using the similar data from the market, so definitely the strategy will look similar. But we can see just like three of them, they don't make let you make money, they will have loss. But PB is the highest loss, just like 40%, minus 40% return. PE is minus 30%. So these two would be kind of similar. There's no significant difference happen here. And PS, which is so surprised, just -1. So you are almost gonna just like have no earning, just lose a little money. Probably because the PS ratio, this ratio doesn't take into account just like if just like this company are gonna make money in the future or right now it's make money. So it's really focusing on just like how much investor are gonna pay for this share right now. It's really just like the data focusing on just like market data. This is my assumption. I'm not really sure about the real thing because if you we have to know the real things, just like what happened, what's a causal relationship or just a statistical relationship. We have to have more complicated analyze here. But my assumption, my intuition is that they are really just focusing on the data itself. But the PB and the PS, there's also other just like non like kind of a data information just like happen there. Just like you were considering about just like if this company are gonna make money in the future or not, that kind of information. But we can see all three indicators won't make won't let you make money, which probably means either these three indicators are not suitable for top 100 companies overall trading, or just like the market right now is not really great. Just like no matter what kind of like indicator you use in this kind of algorithm, you couldn't make money because just like the overall market is not great. This is also assumption. So based on the data, we can see all three are not gonna make money for the investor if they are using only the three indicators. And this is today, this week tech demo. And I'm Neil. Thank you so much.